Welcome to Mrs. Base's 6th grade math video lesson. This lesson is the 4th video in the series on ratios, rates, and percents. Let's begin by looking at vocabulary. Our vocabulary main word is percent. We're going to focus this lesson on percents. Percent. First, let's look at the syllables of the word percent. And so if you remember dividing syllables in the lower grades, you would do something like that. And the reason why I do that is if you can remember percent has 2 syllables, it will help you, hopefully, remember how to do these. Per means in every or for every. And cent, think of this, how many cents, how many pennies are in a dollar? So cent means 100. So this is in every 100 or for every 100. It really means, if you wanted a definition, parts per 100. The symbol that we use is this. The symbol is a label and always goes behind a number. So let's look at just a couple numbers here. We have 12%. Well, how do I turn that into parts per 100? Well, it's very simple. We take the number 12, we take off the percent symbol, turn it into a fraction by putting 100 under it. And then simplifying if we need to. Now let's look at this one, 57 hundredths. How do I turn a fraction into a percent? Well, again, it is simple if the denominator, that means the bottom number, is 100. If it's not a 100, it's not quite as easy. You need to do what you can to make the denominator a 100 by multiplying by a factor, multiplying top and bottom by 2 or by 3 or 4 or whatever kind of number you can to make the denominator be a whole number. Because if you can, it's very simple. All I do is I read off 57, take off the fraction bar and the 100 and add the percent symbol. And that is it. Very, very simple. All right, let's look at a couple examples. What percent is illustrated in each table? And I have 2 tables. Be sure to use the percent symbol, and I shaded the percent symbol, after the number, never before. Okay, so let's look at the table in detail. So in this first one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 columns. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows. So 10 times 10 is 100. That will be our bottom number or our denominator of our fraction. And now all we need to do is find the numerator, and that would be how many of these boxes are shaded. Well, I could count individually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But what happens if you have a lot of them? So if you notice, I have them shaded this way, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Could we count by tens? 10, 20, 30, and then count 31, 32, 33. So now what we need to do is just double check by counting the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So counting them or counting them quicker by tens, either way, we can find out the fraction, and now we can turn it easily into a percent. So 33 out of 100 or 33 in every 100, that's 33%. Okay, let's now do this one. Notice I just shaded it a little different, but again, it's going to be the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would be columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows, and 10 times 10 is 100. So we know we have 100. We could count each one individually, or think of this being 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and now count separately. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So that would be 55 shaded out of 100. And how do I turn that into a percent? Simple, the bottom number is already 100, so I just read off the top, 55, and add the percent symbol after it. Okay, now let's look at which model represents the percent. So I have 25% and I have 3 choices here. These are called model strips. And I have 3 modeled strips here. And we need to figure out which of these strips represents 25%. Well, I would recommend that we take the 25% and turn it into a fraction. So I take the 25, I take off the percent sign, put 100 under it. But notice I don't have 100 boxes like I did in the previous examples. So what I need to do is now simplify. So I can simplify by looking at the fraction and saying, okay, this number ends in 5, this one ends in 0. So I could divide both by 5. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. And then 100 divided by 5, well, that's 20. Could I simplify again? Well, ends in 5, ends in 0. Could I divide by 5 again? Yes. So 5 divided by 5, that's 1. And 20 divided by 5 is 4. So what this means is we're looking for 1 part out of 4. 1 shaded part out of 4 parts. So the first thing let's do is let's look at parts. We need 4 total parts. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe the first one will work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we don't have 7 as our denominator, so it's not that one. I'll mark that one out. Here we have 1, 2, 3. Well, it can't be that one because we need 4 parts, not 3. So let's go back to this top one. We need 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want 1 shaded out of the 4, and that's this one. So this top one is the correct choice. Now, when it comes to the IXL that you're going to be doing for practice, you'll just click on it, and I'm circling it. Same thing. All right, now let's look at 20%. So I'm going to write 20 over 100. And I need to simplify because I don't see 100 boxes. So they both end in 0. So that means I could divide both by 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2. And 100 divided by 10 is 10. Now, both are even. 2 and 10 are even. So when you have an even, what do? We divide by 2. So divide by 2, divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. All right, so now let's look at our parts. This is 1 part out of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that's 7 parts. We don't have 7 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's still not 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that one doesn't work. Well, it looks like none of these work. But hold a minute. This middle one had 10. Well, here's a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we want 2 shaded parts out of the 10. Well, here's 2 shaded parts out of 10. That means this strip is correct. Now I want you to practice. Please go to iExcel, 6th grade, S.1, what percent is illustrated? Also, I want you to do iExcel, S.2, 6th grade again, understanding percents strip models, and I just showed you those. Please remember to work to get at least an 80% to get full credit. If you work a little extra, you can get a 100% with a bonus point. Thanks so much.